You know what I really love doing? It's raping women. I mean, raping women is the best thing. Don't you agree, Matt?
Yeah, no, I do actually love raping women. It's one of my favourite pastimes.
Yeah, what about you, John?
I've actually got this, like, special hook that allows me to grab them by the pussy even when they're, like, over several feet away.
It's amazing. Wow.
I know.
Anyway,
it's really
we should stop this locker room banter, everybody, and get on with the podcast.
You broke the deadpan joke, Matt. You broke
Matt,
the
we were doing
deadpan
so
joke.
Well. That was almost satire. Twitch, you're going to complain now. You just ruined everything.
For God's sakes, Matt, you ruined the joke.
Oh, that caught me so off guard.
Okay, so let's start as we mean to go on then.
Let's not. Hey, can I just put a disclaimer? Don't rape women. Don't tell your friends that you can because you're famous.
We can't begin the podcast by adding a disclaimer saying, hey, all the things that Donald Trump says you should do, don't do, because we only have like 90 minutes.
Yeah, well, let's just do that main one that we brought up there.
Don't get a special hook to grab them. A special hook.
Matt, are you okay? Are you okay, Matt?
A Trump-branded pussy.
Yeah, it's like black and gold and everything. The leather glove is attached to it. Yeah.
Tears.
That'll be like the next Spider-Man reboot. That's how he gets around everywhere.
You see, when you're not here, Dan, like we have nice discussions about groundwater levels and the climate change effect on that. The moment you show up, it all goes downhill. It's all very lowbrow.
That was highbrow political satire. Thank you very much.
To clarify,
It would have been if Matt hadn't laughed.
I want to point out, when Dan suggested that opening, John went, "Oh, that's not very nice." So I was expecting to be some more conservative about it.
Sheer professionalism. The moment the joke gets started, I'm straight along with it.
Oh dear,
professionalism.
John.
Get over here. Have a tic tac. Oh God. But no, you're still not born.
Oh no, tears down my face.
Should we talk about video games this week?
Yeah,
Hey! Hey,
Well,
one of
Matt
the worst
definitely
games
wants to.
ever made is coming back.
Turok 2!
Yes! God, that game's a pile of arse.
Do you actually agree? Are you just mocking it on Twitter? Or do you actually agree?
No, genuinely, it's a shitty game. Are you talking about this on Twitter?
God, yes.
Huh?
No, and like loads of people were like, it was alright, and loads of other people were like, well, here's a link to Metacritic demonstrating it is objectively good.
It's
so
bad.
You must be wrong.
bad.
No, worst game.
It's terrible.
The way I describe Turok 2 is I think it's the worst game ever made by people who were actually putting a significant amount of time and money trying to make a good game. Because there are worse games than that on Steam by people who put literally no effort in. Like Digital Homicide stuff is objectively worse.
Disclaimer, not objectively worse. Don't sue us.
Sorry, subjectively worse. But Turok 2 is the worst game ever made by people who were actually genuinely trying to make a good one.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe that.
Oh, see, now on that, I kind of want, I'm like, they're going, really? Because I kind of feel that the people trying to make Sonic 6 were having a go, Sonic 06. Definitely.
Yeah, but they created a cult classic in a way, didn't they?
No, they created
No, think about this. I cannot tell you a single thing about Turok 2. It's just blurs together into a grey, foggy mess in my mind. But I can tell you, it's no use. That I know.
That's a good point. I remember the jaw distance was about a foot in Turok 2.
Oh,
that's the thing that I like. Every monster encounter was a jump scare because the jaw distance wasn't good enough.
All the textures were the same and the levels were mazy and foggy, so you had no way of knowing where you were going. The weapons were all interchangeable. There was a couple of novelty fun ones, but the ones you were actually using were boring. It was also one of the first games to try and do high res on console, which, given it was an N64 and was running in 240, was not a good idea. They just said, you know what, this 240i home console that's running on cartridges, what if we put in a high-res mode? No. The frame rate went to hell.
Mm-hmm. What actually is Turok 2? Because I've never actually Heard of
Turok 2 Seeds of Evil was the sequel to Turok 64, one of
it was
not quite the launch title for the N64, but one of the earliest shooters on console, which was a foggy, buggy mess that generally everyone who plays these days agrees doesn't hold up very well. It was the sequel that came out about a year and a half later, made by Acclaim, who no longer exist. Acclaim have gone away, which is a shame, because actually Acclaim made some decent stuff, but most of their properties have been picked up by Night Dive Studios, who have published them all on Steam, polished up a little bit, which means Shadow Man 64 is still available on Steam today.
It's a Turok 2 remaster as well. It's not.
Yeah, they actually do properly remaster. These guys, Night Dive Studios, genuinely actually make quite a bit of effort. I do like them. They're a really good studio.
So
they
what,
basically get old dead games and they fix them up and put them out on Steam.
Oh shit, they're the ones who did Putt and Spy Fox and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
What, Acclaim? They also made BMX XXX, a game that I've played.
That's a brilliant game.
Night Dive Studios did the port of like all the Sky Fox games and like a lot of these old sort of like point and click games and shit.
They did Revolt.
Oh shit.
Remember
Good old
Revolt? Revolt's what that's like gone into. That's sort of a really weirdly abandoned game. No one bought the license, so it's just melted into nothing.
Crazy Taxi.
What else? Oh, no,
B-17.
There's some good stuff in here. They were a good studio.
I was talking about them at some point. If I'm right, they did some of the Mortal Kombat ports as well.
They generally do good ports. They've, for the most part, Night Dive have bought up most of Acclaim's stuff and are just slowly re-releasing it, but polished up a bit. It's nice work.
Yep.
Also, there was a version of Turok 2 on the Game Boy Color.
Probably was the superior version. You can't see a frame rate. It would have been a 2D platformer, guaranteed. There was a Turok 3.
Yeah, there was more than that. There was Rage Wars, which was multiplayer only. Then there was 3, which I think was Oblivion.
I'm looking at one here called Turok Dinosaur. What is it? Turok
64. Turok Dinosaur was the original, I think.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
Then they rebooted it all on like the X. I think I've got the rebooted version somewhere. They rebooted it for like the 360 generation. And
I'm looking at a list here. It's Turok Evolution, Turok Dinosaur Hunter, Turok
I think
Seeds
Evolution
of Evil.
might have been the reboot one.
Yeah,
okay,
that was the
Turok 2 Seeds of Evil. And the
reboot's the Evolution. Turok Evolution. No, there's the prequel. Turok's the reboot.
Well, I'm confused.
Yeah, it's basically Spider-Man bullshit naming protocol.
I see.
Oh my god, Turok 2 on the Game Boy Color. I'm looking at it on Google Images. It looks like Mr. Tumnus has gone on a rampage because the dude looks like a fawn.
I'm trying to find pictures. Damn it.
Wow. I like how some of these pictures look like they just lifted it from a Simpsons game from the NES era. Like that one that looks in the street. That has literally been lifted. Oh, now there's some heavy Googling going on. Everybody Google!
I'm just trying to find the footage. Oh, that's amazing.
I like that one image where it looks like it's a running level and you know that shit was difficult.
I don't even know, like, whether, like, some of them, like, it might or might not be Turok, because it looks like a lot of them, it's just, like, a bloke punching guys in a city. Which, like, the one thing you've got to get right in Turok is it's a bloke and he shoots dinosaurs with a gun. And most of these screenshots seem to demonstrate they did not get that bit right.
This image here, which I will share in the thingy, which you'll be able to see, that is clearly a dinosaur costume. That's he's hunting somebody just wearing a cheap dinosaur costume.
Yeah.
It's just a head with a sheet over it.
I think it might be a rhinoceros that's trying to put his hands up to surrender. It's like it's doing its best to get up on its hind legs to surrender, but Turok's just like, he doesn't accept surrender. God, Turok 2 Seeds of Evil can...
Well, maybe...
I actually was talking about this just like 3 days ago. Like, I can't remember why it even came up, but I was discussing it on a different podcast thing.
Oh,
Slut.
You fucking use it. Whoa.
Huh? This just my own private patron cast thing.
It's your masturbatory podcast.
I can't even remember how it came up, but I literally was like, I looked up Night Dive Studios' website. I was like, oh, thank God they're not making Turok 2 right now. Good, excellent. They're working on something else. And then 3 days later, they announced Turok 2 Seeds of Evil is happening. Bastards. I jinxed it.
Oh, apparently on the Steam page, they say, in our quest to bring you the most authentic experience... Hang on a second, you'll have to actually take the original game and make that worse to disappoint me to the original level of disappointment. That would be quite impressive. Apparently it's going to give it the time that it needs. Good.
I mean, like, if they sort out the fogging and the frame rate and they retexture all of the levels so they're more easy to navigate, they theoretically might make it less bad. That's possible.
Yes, will they though?
Probably. Well, they might. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Yeah. It's terrible. Don't play it when it comes out.
Oh, I'm curious though. What if they fixed like a lot of the problems with it?
Then it will just be a mediocre game that's dated badly.
Well, yeah. So, yes, what's the
And
worst?
if they're going to change too much of it, just make a new game with dinosaurs with massive shoulder pads and red glowing eyes.
Look, any shooter that was made in 1999 is probably not going to hold up well because that was relatively in the infancy of first-person
Have you
shooters.
seen they released a new Doom 3D pack on Steam with a new stage?
No, I haven't seen that.
They released it with a new stage. They took out, you know, the Megaton. I think it was the Megaton edition, was it? Or was it the Prepare to Die edition?
No idea.
can't remember.
I don't know editions of things. I just know the
No,
game.
not Doom. I'm not Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem.
Oh, that would make more sense.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, fuck Doom. Duke Nukem 3D. Like they've got a new version with a new level made by the original designers, and they've got it's a commentary. And it's got a full 3D mode on it now, and they've got a couple of new weapons and everything. That's the original game, and it is a full new level. But what they've done is they've taken all the old versions off Steam, put only this new version on, made it so that anyone with the old versions don't get a discount on the new version. So if they want this new level, they have to buy the whole thing again. And while the old version worked on Linux and Mac, the new version doesn't.
Good. That sounds like a really good update that is worthy of the Duke Nukem name.
It does feel a bit arbitrary, doesn't it? Like to upgrade, to be like, here's an update. We made you pay more for a single extra, like an hour-long extra level if you've already bought it. If you're already good enough to buy it from us, here you have to buy it again. And what? Like, fuck off. Just fuck off. Just do what every other you've seen like every other remaster. You like even Skyrim remastered on the PC. They're just giving it if you've already got it on PC. They're just giving it to you for free because they know it's a stupid.
I think you have
thing.
to have all the DLC as well.
Yeah, but the Ultimate Edition, yeah.
Yeah, but that's fair, isn't it? Because if the new one is just it has everything built in, but that's a fine thing to do. It's like, hey, you've already got the game. We know it's unreasonable of you on PC where mods exist to ask you to give us money for this new product. Here it is for free. Like, that's good.
You say that, but Fallout 4, some of its settlement DLC was technically paid for when the mods already existed for most of it.
Oh, yeah. But they're not releasing a whole new game, though.
A whole new game. Sorry.
You're right.
I'm okay. A little tired, a little drowsy, a little dosed up.
Oh, Daniel.
Hello.
Horace.
Did you see that we announced a game on the podcast last week that now exists?
Did we?
Yeah, I said, I bet they're going to announce Beyond Good and Evil 2 now, and then they did.
That's true, actually. They did.
So, yeah, just saying.
It might be one of those games like The Last Guardian that never comes out.
Possibly. I mean, now it's in pre-production, so they're literally just, like, starting it now.
A lot of games go into pre-production then just disappear.
Yeah.
And are never heard from again.
Yeah.
Like Skies of Arcadia 2.
Oh.
Which will never exist.
And No Man's Sky.
Yep.
Which continues to disappoint to this day.
I don't actually seen any more disappointing news about No Man's Sky.
I saw some. It's now got the lowest rating on Steam or something. Someone said.
Even worse than the Digital Homicide stuff.
I don't know.
No, the problem with Digital Homicide stuff is no one really reviewed it because it was just recent, overwhelmingly negative. I've never seen overwhelmingly negative on it before.
It's impressive.
I used to shop overwhelmingly negative because that was all I ever wanted.
Let's sort by user reviews.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's the way it's run, but equally, like, it sold so much on its first day. I'm kind of reminded of the quote from The Simpsons: "How do you sleep at night on top of a giant pile of money?"
Yep.
Is I suspect the question and answer for Sean Murray there. He doesn't need to tweet or make games anymore. He probably did well enough outside of the deal of Sony and the day one sales. He can just retire.
Oh, The Lab is the highest rated game.
Yeah,
on
I just
Steam
noticed
right now.
that. Which makes sense. It's a very well-made free
but
VR game.
The
You
second,
probably feel well inclined towards a free game that's got a lot of stuff in it.
second highest is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Expansion Pass.
Apparently very, very good DLC.
It is. And then the third one is TY the Tasmanian Tiger. What the absolute fuck?
So like, what? Rec Room?
Room's terrible. Rec Room just makes me hate people. One Finger Death Punch used to be number one back in the day.
Cascade, Portal, Bundle, Portal 2, and then Portal. Portal 2 is rated
It's not at the
Portal
bottom.
1.
You lie to me, people on the internet.
Well, Factorio's.
Where's
pretty
Giant
high.
Machines 2017 on that list?
You know what?
number
Like, I
one, best game
legitimately...
ever.
You know what? Not even kidding. That's in my top games of the year.
Yeah, but this year's not been great.
No, it hasn't. That's the point. But
This has been the year of Stellaris and Firewatch. This has been a great year.
Still, though, right? Giant Machines it's like it's weirdly competent. It's surprisingly competent.
It's like when it's the Jamaican bobsleigh team of the video game world. Like, you didn't expect anything from it, and then it did okay. It didn't do great, but it surprised a few people. It didn't win, but it surprised a few people.
Like after later in the games, I played through the whole thing, and later in the game, like you do the log cutting thing where you got up to in the video, but later, like you're at the fucking space center and you've got to build the space shuttle, and then you got to move the space shuttle, and it's like not secure, it's teetering, you're using the loader, and then something explodes on the way, and then you have to clear up a nuclear waste site. You gotta like pick up nuclear barrels and put them in a thing, and you've got to cut some. Then you've got to cut some like gas lines. Then something explodes, and you have to wear like nuclear thing, and then you've got to harvest uranium earlier in the mission as well. Then you're gonna move the space shuttle even further, and then it's like somehow it's weird.
It's
I'm
like
beginning
weird.
to doubt the accuracy of this game, where if there's a nuclear leak, the bloke who's driving goes, okay, just get out of the car, put on a suit, and just mop it up. Get your radiation mop and just get in there.
It's the video game equivalent of finding out that John once did a half marathon. That's what it is, because you go, oh, I wasn't expecting that. I'm pleasantly surprised, but ultimately it doesn't change my life.
No.
That's what it is. That's the equivalent.
I'm not sure I've ever run a half marathon.
No. You've eaten
It's
one,
like-
though.
I
Old people joke.
used to run cross country. I did a lot of cross country.
It's yeah, but you were running away from the police, so does it count?
I think you're misunderstanding what my childhood was like.
I looked at the bottom games on Steam. The worst game is Flat Out 3 Chaos and Destruction, and then the next one is Airport Simulator 2014. And I've
How are
played
you
both
sorting
of
them?
those.
How are you sorting them by? Oh, you just
All games, user reviews, and then paid $732.
Oh yeah, Airport Simulator 2014. I own both of those games, which
I might have it installed right now. Which version have I got? Which version
day one
set
Gary's
up?
as well. God, I own a surprising amount of these like low rated games. Pole Position 2012, Skyscraper Simulator, Construction Machine 2014, Adventure Park.
Oh shit! No, sorry, my mistake. I've got Airport Firefighters: The Simulation installed.
Oh, that's great. That is if you're like putting out a bin fire at an airport.
It's just like I got confused because it was next to Firefighters 2014.
You know, I got an email today, right? I got an email from the same people who published that, like, Giant Machines game, right? Going, we've got another game, and I was like,
Yeah, I got that today. I'm gonna give that a look.
yeah, and I went, oh, maybe it's competent, and I tried it, and no, it's terrible. It's like every other terrible simulator.
What? No, it looked like it was good. It had destructible scenery and stuff.
No, it has like 3 bits of destructible scenery
hooray!
that you have to go through a loading screen to get to. It's like it's like a weird, like, I played it. It's not, one of those games that it's not funny bad. It's just bad. It's just
I'm playing it anyway because because it basically feels like an indie Red Faction guerrilla because it's an open world destructor map.
You know what you do, right? Nothing is destructible in the world, right? You go to one of the build
Stop
sites,
ruining my dreams.
you press a button, you load into the build site. There are 3 very obvious walls that are a different colour and all the same shape, just sitting in the middle of a room, and it goes, go knock them down with a sledgehammer. Then you have to spend ages doing random jobs, earning money so you can buy another fucking truck to do a different job, which is also boring. I got really bored and quit. Like, I just hated it. It's
Do you
not
enjoy
fun.
just going up to children telling them the tooth fairy's not real, Matt?
Yes.
Is that how you get your giggles?
No, look, Dwayne The Rock Johnson is very real. Thank
Very
you.
wheel.
He's very real.
He's very wheel.
I'm gonna have a crisp.
Eating on a string. Boo. But hey, Mafia 3 came out.
Yeah,
There
it
you go,
did.
That's news.
We did speak about this on the
Pre-show.
Yep.
Is it officially a pre-show now? Because I was 10 minutes late.
I played it. It runs fine. It's fine. It's got okay. I'll say this, right? I think it's probably got the best video. Like for me personally, it's probably got the best video game soundtrack ever.
It does have a really good soundtrack.
Because it's all the fucking music I like.
You can cycle through the radio stations. Like 3 of them will have a really good song on.
But there are only 3 radio stations.
Mm.
But yeah, it's got it's got 101 really good songs. It's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
It's very...
It's the epitome
okay
of a
game.
polished game, arguably from the last generation. It's basically Watch Dogs, but polished a bit.
Yeah, set
That's
in
it.
the 60s.
It's even got the same interface.
Yeah, weird.
I still don't like that interface. I thought that was placeholder because I don't think that fits the
It
feel.
doesn't. It doesn't look good. I like it. Does something really cool with its navigation though, because you have the GPS, which I don't know why it's there, but how it does, rather than have the things on the road or do the sort of in-air sort of arrow things, it has these like things that look like signs on the side of the road.
The subtle signs that,
they're really
that
sort of
float in. I like them.
They're like signs with arrows on, and that's how they direct you, and they spawn in. And it's a really nice effect.
Yeah.
There's
It
some
doesn't
really
distract from looking at the scenery, which I always
No.
felt was a problem with GTA 5, that I didn't really appreciate the scenery because I was too busy looking at the directions on the road.
Yeah, and I think Mafia 3 has some really good design choices and everything, and it's just, it's just alright. And John, you should say this again while dancing about what happened because you went to the press screening of it, didn't you?
I did, and the version that they presented to streamers and YouTubers and everything was 60 FPS. It was a PC version that ran beautifully at 60 FPS, but they set up the capture software. And set it to 30 frames a second. So all the captured footage had to be 30. So the footage would look representative of what they were going to release on PC, but they didn't explain why they'd done that. They just said it was a thing they'd been told to do. So as a result of that, I didn't make mention of it, even though, it felt a bit... Whether there was deliberate misleading there or not is questionable.
Yep.
There was a weird thing.
Strange.
There was a weird thing as well. John's footage looked like shit.
They set the bitrate so low, and they insisted it be set that low. And
a weirdly low resolution as well. Like, they made the game look shit for some reason. I don't get why.
Anytime I've worked with actual companies, I've always gone, no, you're doing this wrong. Here, come in, let me show you how to do this thing. And then, I like to do the thing where if they're like, oh, no, you have to do it this way, I'm like, no, thanks.
But this is why we don't work with companies. This
is probably why they don't email back anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
This is why I'm a nice PR person. It's like, hey, do you want to come to the Mafia 3 press event? And we're like, nah, it's all right. We don't really do press events, I'm afraid. And then like, oh, he's too good for us now, is he? Oh, well.
It was a nice day, and I think it was a nice game, and I gave it a fairly positive write-up. I was just a bit miffed after the fact that I felt like, there had been a bit of a omission of data.
Well, look, it's like getting a blowjob from like someone you think is like 12, but they actually turn out to be like above the legal age afterwards.
Hang on, wait, no.
Wait, hang on.
Trump jokes.
That's terrifying.
Oh yeah, no, there was a thing came out of Trump that he was actually like being weirdly over-sexual.
Plus, that analogy was also
he?
backwards.
Yeah.
He was being very sexual.
You don't go, oh, that's a sexy 12-year-old. How old are you? Oh, God, no, not 18. Oh, God. Unless you're, Jimmy Savile. Or Rolf Harris. Or, let's just name it. Let's just put something in here.
Wait, was Rolf Harris actually convicted?
Oh, fuck, probably.
Probably.
I don't know. Look at that toss. He's talking about two little boys there, two little toys, so that's all I'm saying.
Rolf Harris, pedophile.
Yeah, we'll edit this bit out if he's not. Did you say pedophile? You American fuckbag.
What do you mean? What do you want me to say?
Pedophile.
Yeah.
Not
because there's an A in there, Matt. Because there's an A.
There's an A in there. We pronounce things properly, you aluminum bastard.
Aluminium.
Coyote.
Arkansas! What the
Yay!
fuck? It's a Kansas. No, it's Arkansas. Where the fuck are you getting that? Like, okay, let's go through this. You're like...
Oh!
It's the French pronunciation, apparently.
Yeah, well, fuck off.
He's in prison.
Yay!
He's actually in prison.
Is he? Right now? How long is he going to be in there for?
2 years.
They've tied him to a kangaroo. Anyway.
Oh no, he was sentenced for 5 years. I think he was sentenced for 5 years in 2014, so he's got like 3 left.
OJ's still in prison, isn't he? For different reasons, but that was the thing that I realised the other day.
There's going to be a great Christmas quiz at the end of this year where we can kind of do a quiz for celebrities of dead or in prison.
Hey! Oh.
The answer is going to be dead 80%
God,
of the time.
it's been a bad year, hasn't it?
No,
But just generally, like we got very few good games. There's a lot of people who died, like Trump.
But 5 came out.
Brexit. Yeah, but all the other things.
I mean, Jim Sterling doesn't like it, but I quite do.
Yeah, I think it's quite fun.
There may be a counter-argument video to Jim Sterling's position about VR.
I do agree with a lot of what he said about VR.
I do agree with a lot, but there's a few things that he's kind of I think differently about VR, and I kind of want to say them.
I think his conclusion is wrong.
His conclusion,
but I think a lot of his points are right. Like, it is very prohibitive. It's very expensive. It requires too much space. It's not that good quality-wise. It's not very it's hot. It's not pleasant to use for long periods.
Yeah, it could be hot though if you're doing that Google fucking cardboard shit and you've got a Note 7.
Oh,
that could be hot. That'll probably get very hot.
They have 3 recalls of them, and now they're completely discontinued. They told everyone to return them, and they're not making them anymore.
Good. Did you ever see why they that was going wrong?
What do you mean?
The reason that they were set on fire is because the curvature of the phone, they'd like ran the batteries in so hard that the actual cells in the battery were touching and sparking and like fucking up because of the curvature of the phone.
Oh, great.
Yeah, which I thought was quite neat.
Genius.
It's a neat little thing there. Yeah.
So could they just like stop curving the phones then?
Can we just have a slightly fatter phone with a much better battery life? If my phone was twice as thick but lasted 3 times as long, I'll be down for that.
You know, there's the Moto. I think it's the Moto Z. It's really nice. It's I think it's the thinnest phone in the world, right? But it has a magnetic back with some pins on.
Huh.
And the idea is you just like if you'd rather have a big battery, you just get a battery and it becomes just a nice thick phone. It's not like a case or anything. It integrates nicely with it.
Ooh.
And then you just got a big battery. Or if you want a full camera module, you stick a camera module on the back and bish bash bosh camera module. That's clever. That's fine. That's a nice way of getting around it. Phone for everyone and all that. Apparently it doesn't work very well, but fuck that. Idea's nice.
Idea's nice. The idea's nice, so we'll just go with it, shall we?
But I think the problem is though, like, it's going to be a situation where since it's not very well implemented, they're going to look at that and go, "Oh, that didn't do well. We better drop that rather than refine it and make it good."
Yep.
And a lot of companies do that.
Oh, Ashens' stream has started. If you want to go pop over there.
Not for the people listening and just for if you're watching live.
Yeah, if you're watching live, we're going to put this on the YouTube channel. Well, in fact, we might not. We might just stop it here. No, you can go see Ashens if you want, but there might just be a fuck you edit that just happened to this point. The rest of this will just be blank.
Well, on the subject of Twitch, I had some new Twitch emotes for the literal like 400 new Twitch subscribers. Because like Amazon Prime is just the best thing now, apparently.
Pretty good.
Thank you for giving us money.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you very much for subscribing.
Legit fact, because like it costs you nothing and gives us money.
Well, it costs you whatever Amazon Prime costs, but
yeah, but it's no extra if you're already paying for Prime.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Anyway, there's more emotes now. There's a picture of my face, and there's a picture of John's face, and there's a Nerd³ logo.
Oh, is that? Can I do them?
Yeah.
How do I do them?
You click the little emote button at the top right of the text window.
Oh, I used to have to type shit in. Oh, they're all locked. I don't have them.
What? You're not logged in as your own account?
So cool! Technology!
Ooh, emotes times crazy. Everyone's emoting in the chats.
I've got a TV recommendation. I'm going to jump in here with a TV recommendation.
For a show?
Yeah, for a TV show that Watt introduced me to. And I watched, I pissed myself laughing. It's a beautiful thing. It's on Dave, of all places.
Yeah.
And it's called Taskmaster. And it stars Greg Davis. And basically he just gets this group of comedians to do a little challenge. And they have to do a few little challenges throughout the episode. And then whoever wins the most points wins. But the challenges are so small and like bizarre that it's not like just really silly stuff. It's like they'll walk into the garden and there's a bathtub. And it's like, empty this bathtub as quickly as you can. And then they can like run around and find things in this house that they've got access to and try and empty a bathtub. Some people try siphoning it without knowing how siphoning works, really. Some people cheat. It's beautiful. And there's other ones like they're in a shopping mall and it's like high five a 55-year-old. And then they have to just go and high five a 55-year-old. And like you've got Tim Key, who is a poet and one of my absolute favourite comedians. He's running around and he keeps telling people it's for comic relief, so they deduct him points unless he donates to comic relief. Because he did it like the second fastest time. But they're like, we're going to put you in third unless you donate £185 to comic relief. And then he goes, well, how much do I have to donate to get to first place? And the guy goes, £12,500. He goes, oh, you sod. And then someone else leans in and goes, I'll donate that much money. and it all goes to shit. It's a really silly little show. It's if you have you can make a free account on UK TV Play. Just if you just search for Taskmaster and Dave, you'll just find it. I do that.
Actually,
you also be able to watch Red Dwarf then, which is good.
I watched Red Dwarf this week. I didn't like most of them.
Oh, really? I've been enjoying it.
I didn't laugh at them at all. I laughed a lot at the one where fucking he clones. He makes like a bunch of printouts of himself.
Yes, that was the best episode.
That was excellent.
That
was ridiculous.
I think it's been very good.
I don't know the rest of them. I just didn't. I didn't really laugh at them.
It didn't really. Oh my god! So many people subscribe to Twitch Prime over the last few minutes. You didn't know there are emotes? There's Matt's face, guys. Yeah, I mean, like, another one in the Taskmaster, like, the first challenge they have is they're told that when they go into the next room, there'll be a watermelon, and they have to, like, eat as much watermelon as possible, and they're like, alright, we're going to do that thing. And they go in, and there's just, like, a watermelon sitting on the table, and most of them weren't really expecting to have a whole watermelon. They were just expecting, like, some watermelon that they could eat. So they have, like, this one woman, like, goes off and tries to, like, hunt for tools and things to try and open up this watermelon, and comes back and eats like 9 grams of watermelon in a minute, which I thought was a particularly odd rep. And somebody just grabs it and just slams it on the floor.
Yeah, seems sensible.
But like, he was going, when he's describing it, he's like, I thought they were like coconuts, and they took a good crack and it just explodes. It's just like this whole room just becomes watermelon. So he's then eating watermelon just off the floor. Oh, and Frank Skinner's in it, and Frank Skinner is wonderful. Frank Skinner, right, and that high five 55-year-old challenge, he high fives 2 27-year-olds and a baby. Try and make it up to 55. But he's like, I need to find a 1-year-old, and this woman pushes the pram past, and he just like sprints after this woman pushing a pram. It's pure. It's like top end YouTube. That's what kind of it's like now. It's that top end of a real good bunch of comedians together.
Like, I fucking love Greg Davis as well, so it's
got Alex Horne in it, who I also, because Alex Horne originally ran it when it was an Edinburgh show, and I love Edinburgh shows when they come to TV if they keep like the original people, like We Need Answers. I want to say that, which also was Alex Horne and Tim Kay, but also Mr. Mark Watson, the ever so spindly. But yeah, this is good, very good. Thoroughly enjoy it. And on that picture, that looks a lot like Dave Gorman on that picture. Is he in like one of the later series? Because like each series seems to be the same amount of guests. I get the feeling Dave Gorman might be in this now.
You have some gaming news to talk about.
Who cares about gaming news when there's awesome thing? Dear Esther Legendary Edition or whatever it's called came out. Landmark Edition.
The what?
It came out on Xbox One and PS4. They've ported the entire game to Unity because apparently
what game? What game? I didn't hear.
Dear Esther.
Oh, fuck off! It was curved. It's Curved Digital who did that. I distinctly remember. It was at Res last year.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, why?
Some people were playing it at Res, which made me really confused. Because why, of all the things you could do at a game show, would you play a console port of Dear Esther?
Everyone's saying Dave Gorman is on Series 3. I have to watch Series 3 tonight.
But like fucking 2K17 launched. I got that yesterday.
What did?
WWE 2K17.
Oh yeah, I haven't played that yet. I haven't got around to it.
No.
I also don't have a copy of it.
No, because 2K don't talk to us. I bought my collector's edition. I want to put out a game. Like, I bought 2 collector's editions from game, and they fucked them both up.
I have never seen a collector's edition go through game properly.
What? But they get exclusive for like a lot of them in the UK. Like, they got the exclusive for the Pip-Boy, they got the exclusive for the WWE, they got the exclusive for the Dishonored 2 one.
Yeah.
And they're terrible. They're terrible. Like, I got an email, it's like, I'm afraid your order's been cancelled because your call was declined, and my call wasn't declined. I don't know why my call was declined, but it was. It was like, call this number to reorder. Like, okay, call the number. We're on hold for an hour and 20 minutes. And then the answer was like, yeah. I was like, I'd like to, got this email about reorder. It's like, oh yeah, you have to call a different number. What do you mean you have to call a different number? It's like, oh, you can't take orders over this number. It's not secure line. It's like, well, why does the number in the email tell me this number then? It's like, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Ugh. And then I called the other number, and then I was on hot. I gave up.
Sounds like a plan.
And then when I complained on Twitter, I got a very pandery DM from them.
Pandery, as in it was like, ooh, bamboo.
Look, I ended up getting a call from them, and they knocked like £20 off and gave it to me. Now, here's the suspicion, right? Because I'm always suspicious when companies are nice to me on Twitter. Because I know, because I have a fair amount of followers, I am worried that...
Do you know who I am?
Well, no, if they spit in the box where they send it to you, you'll probably know.
Well, the thing is, I am
It's
legitimately
harder to hide when you've flobbed in someone's box. Like in the McDonald's burger, that'll mix in
Yeah,
with spices.
exactly.
But if there's just like
exactly,
spit
it's
on the top
relatively
of
hard
it.
to do. If someone just takes a shit in the box, you will know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, but you know, like because they always did, they always did the clout scores. They used to use clout scores. I don't know if they still do. But, like the idea of that, like I specifically asked, was like, are you doing this to all the other people I'm seeing playing? And they didn't answer, which was suspicious to me.
How is 2K17?
It's 2K16 with much better character models for everyone and backstage brawls, and it's just generally better.
So it's just like the yearly upgradey kind of thing.
It's a good upgrade.
It can't. Yeah, I can. Right, have you ever played any of the career mode yet?
On 2K17, no.
Because in the career mode, apparently you can skip the whole NXT thing that you did last year and become a Paul Heyman guy, and it sort of pushes you to the top faster.
I've heard. I want to try it. But NXT is like way more fully featured now because it has all the championships in NXT now. It's got like a load of the NXT roster.
Oh, neat. Here's the question: how far behind is 2K17? So I'm guessing it's pre-brand split.
It's pre-brand split.
Brand split.
Now, brand split. It doesn't have. It's missing Rhino, who's the SmackDown Tag Team Championship with. Who is it?
Heath Slater.
Heath Slater. Yeah, it's missing Rhino.
Well, he's off doing politics back in that day.
He's
genuinely in politics. You're aware of this, right?
Is he?
Yeah. He's like, he runs for like he was elected or is running for like the Minnesota House. Is a Republican.
Republican Party candidate for Minnesota State Representative.
There we go.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Huh.
Kane apparently in the next cycle's going to go for a big shot.
Huh.
It's Glenn Jacobs. Is that his real name?
But no, it's before brand. I keep saying brand split. Rusev's the US champ in it. The New Day. Like the New Day are nice in it because it does have like if you get the New Day out, Xavier Woods will just be like if he's your manager on the side, he will just be there with a trombone and play the trombone.
Yeah, I've seen that you can play the trombone. And
the character models look because they did look like shit. A lot of them look like shit in 2K16. Like maybe like 5 characters look really good, and the rest of them just looked like they all look really good. Like, there's only a couple that don't look quite right. They all look great.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to give it a go. I'm just kind of waiting for a few codes. This is kind of the bit where loads of games come out, and I'm kind of like,
oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the big rush. But to be honest, I've been playing Payday. That's all I've been playing.
I know. Yeah.
I didn't even bother requesting review code for Gears of War 4. If someone happened to choose to send it to me, I might or might not have bothered.
We got one of those, didn't we?
Well, I thought you had an Xbox.
I thought I had an Xbox. I'm waiting for the 2 terabyte one's not out yet or some shit.
No, yeah, so fuck it.
But besides, I don't dare look at Gears of War 4 because it's a franchise that has a lot of fans and I know nothing about it, so it's too dangerous.
I like to wade into those sort of franchises.
I played Halo 5 knowing nothing about Halo and a lot of people were really upset.
Everyone loved my Halo video!
No, but right, in 2K17, what's weird about 2K17 is I think, if I remember correctly, the default champion was Finn Balor for the WWE one.
Yes.
And that happened after the brand split. So they've clearly updated, like, championships.
They tend to be about a month, or about a couple of weeks normally, sort of behind on who's champion.
They are. And then on everything else, they're sort of pre-WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's the weird thing with Finn Balor, though, is he's got his 2 outfits this time rather than just Demon. He's got the
he had 2 last time.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, but he's got the leather jacket, and his animation is like he's got the belt on even when he doesn't have the belt on. Like he keeps like moving his coat out to show a belt, but he points. It's like when he's just pointing at his stomach when he hasn't got the belt, and it looks really fucking stupid. It looks really fucking stupid, and I don't. Did they not tell him like, can we do a different? Because they do have different animations for like the belt one and not belt one. For some reason, they just didn't record one. Also, they still call Divas, even though they're all... It's actually really annoying because, when you look at the list of superstars, in 2K16, you had the categories. You had Divas and you had standard, like, males, right?
Yeah.
And then if you hadn't unlocked them, they didn't appear. But now, everything's in one list. Even if you haven't unlocked them, they're in the list, but locked.
No.
So you just got this really long fucking list.
In 2K16, it was a little list, wasn't it?
It was, but if the character was locked, it wouldn't show up in that list. Did him? I don't remember it showing up on that list.
I don't.
It takes me a long time to find people in it, and also they seem to be confident in their models now because they don't show a picture of the person anymore. They just show a picture of the model, which kind of so it's fine. It's a fine game. I'm sure you'll like it. It's better.
Oh, yeah, I'll give it a go. I mean, I played the other one quite recently to death, so.
Yeah, well, same.
Actually, I said I played Payday. All I've been playing is Prison Architect.
Oh yeah, you have.
I've been avoiding the comments on that series for a while because people are wrong all the time. But
John, you listen to comments. Why do you do that?
Because occasionally they provide helpful and useful advice.
Well, you see, right? This is the eternal debate that I have. There's two debates that I have. That are big debates that I always get questioned on. I always ignore. One is that if I'm doing a series on something, I don't go into it knowing everything, and I think that makes for better viewing because I work stuff out. Like, a lot of people are annoyed that
John doesn't work stuff.
Well, a lot of people are annoyed that I've like reset this thing. They're like, "Oh, he's not learning. Nothing's evolving." I'm like, every iteration, like the third and final one. It's definitely the third and final. I know that now. It's everything that I've learned is in that prison, and it just starts functioning. And I put it all together, and it's actually the only gaming series I watch are when people are doing that sort of thing. I don't like masters going in and doing master thing. I like watching idiots go in and learn a thing.
Do you like watching John go in?
Well, I know, Matt, you've been seeing my Civ 5 stuff, and you can't deny I've got better.
You have, but the problem is you act like you know what you're doing.
I know, but I like doing that. I like going in and just like, cheerful, happy, we'll just do it anyway.
No, it's like, this makes perfect sense. It's like you're like about to throw a guy off a bridge. It's like
it might make intuitive sense.
Oh, you're the worst.
Intuitive sense doesn't always work in Civ 5, but you know.
Oh, yeah, you're playing Civ 6 now, aren't you?
Yeah, I think you're a bit sad because I know Civ 6 way better than you because I've played it for 20 to 30 hours so far.
Yeah. 2K like you, fucking dickhead. Damn, why did you have to piss off games developers?
I don't. What have I?
What
What
do
am
you
I
mean
doing
you
at
don't?
2K?
Well, this is the thing. This is why I'm so annoyed about it.
They just don't like you, Matt. That's all it is. They go on your Twitter and go, "Oh, he's bitching about shit again."
But this is like,
He's bitching about Fallout 4 again. Fuck
Like,
him.
I understand Ubisoft and I understand EA, but what 2K, if anything, like they should like you.
They should,
Like,
but they don't.
Oh.
A lot of people bought 2K16 on Steam when I was doing my series on it.
Yeah, that's it. I don't.
They just don't like. Maybe they're just jealous of Scipio's almighty power.
Apparently, 2K17 is coming out on PC though this month.
This month, I didn't hear that.
Apparently, it is releasing soon. It's not on Steam yet, but I've seen a lot of other websites that sell keys have it slated for before the end of the month.
I really, really doubt. I would assume it would have been sort of January if they pushed it forward.
Apparently they're up and I've heard a lot of rumors about it. So it's not just like a a lot of these websites say before 30th October. So.
The chat is nothing currently but people using the Matt emote.
Oh yeah, I started Matt Flood.
It's like Star Wars Episode 2 where everyone goes to Camino except where they made a clone army of twats.
Look, there's a John emote. Just use the John emote. I like someone mix the David Cameron in there. I like all the faces we got now. We have just got 4 twats. We got David Cameron, you twice, with you 3 times, Dan, and me, and then John.
Yeah.
I did remove the David Cameron one that had Nope underneath. I removed that one.
But
We just got David Cameron. We've just got actual David Cameron. Should I add Theresa May? I should add Theresa May.
Let's not do that. Let's not put her anyway. Let's make her forgotten when she calls a general election and wins it in 2 months' time.
That's a point, actually. There were all 2 spaces for emotes now, so if you've got any suggestions for emotes, let me know on Twitter, @Mataphobia.
Yeah, there you go. There's a thing to do. We should just have whoever's the champion of WWE. Or whatever my series is, Prison Architect.
John?
Yes?
Do you have any gaming news?
I have gaming news.
Oh, right. Oh, really?
I got loads.
Ooh.
Cuphead's been delayed again.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah, Cuphead was announced in 2003 and is going to now come out in 2017.
I remember being really interested in that when it was on the E3 streams. I went, oh, that's really cool.
They kind of, because originally it was going to be like a boss rush thing with super difficult bosses and everything was lovely and animated. But then a lot of people complained, so they made it into a platformer. And looking at the boss rush stuff, I'm like, that looks really good. And then I look at the platformer stuff, I'm like, I don't want to play those bits. They don't look fun. They look really boring, generic platformer. Like, beautifully animated, but, like, they don't look like anything beyond that.
Yeah. I'm excited to play it, if just for the style.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know, style doesn't interest me. I like gameplay and games and... Payday 2.
Actually, that reminds Shadow Warrior 2... got codes for that. Well, it's not under embargo. It's not out yet, but it's not under embargo.
No, I don't have code for that, you see. You get some codes.
Did you ask for one?
Only through Keymailer.
Well, there we go. Keymailer shit. We all know this, John.
It sometimes works.
Shadow Warrior 2 is a perfect representation of the problem with all video game sequels, to me. Because Shadow Warrior 1 was this great... This fantastic linear single-player game. It was relatively simple. You had a single weapons wheel with singular weapons, and you could upgrade the weapons, and you could upgrade your stats, and you went along through the story, going through linear levels, and it was a great fun fucking time, right? And in this one, even though the simplicity made the first one so good, they've really overcomplicated this one. Like, they've got a world map, and they've got a hub city now, town, and there's, like, shops. And you get, like, Borderlands-style, like, weapons drops.
This sounds like this is getting in the way of chainsawing people into conveniently and interesting shaped parts.
Well, it does. And, like, I've already got, like, 5 melee weapons. And they're all the same. And then I get, like, a bunch of things that I can add to those, which, like, like, 5% burn damage. Like, I don't care. I'm just... Like, you have a T, which instantly teleports you out of wherever you are, so you can always get out of danger. And like when you die, you respawn, but the enemies you killed still stay dead. And like in the old one, you just respawn back at a checkpoint, and it's just, like the gameplay's still good, but it's like it's a sequel where they feel they have to add more shit.
Yeah,
and they do. It's kind of like what Mirror's Edge 2 did, where they just we can add more shit, make an open world, and do this. But it's like no, the reason it was good is because it was simple and it was polished. No. Like, but how do you do a sequel without do you just make a game, like, because if you just make the game again, people are going to complain, aren't they? Oh, you've not changed anything.
No, look at COD, look at Battlefield. That's what people generally buy and enjoy, is when a sequel's the same thing over and over again. Look at Assassin's Creed.
Mass market do, but not. Like some of these smaller
Yeah, but with AAA gaming, who gives a fuck about the critics? It's all about the mass market. The games cost too much to fail. If an Assassin's Creed game just fails, that would probably wipe Ubisoft off the fucking grid. Like, you just can't, they can't do those losses anymore, so they just go for changing nothing.
Well, Unity kind of failed a bit. It got a hell of a lot of backlash.
Yeah, but what's backlash? Mafia got a hell of a lot of backlash. Although, then again, Mafia's not apparently sold very well at all, so... But I haven't, like, it's an open world game, and I'm kind of, like, done with open world games for a while. Like, because normally I love open world games, and I love the Mafia series, and Mafia 3, I've just looked at it, I'm like, I don't know, like...
You look at the map, and it's like, well, that's just an open world map, isn't it?
Yeah, it's even the game. I'm like, I really enjoyed Mafia 1 and 2, because it's a game where I drove normally, and the police would arrest you for speeding, and there was...
This doesn't encourage that. The police in this seem to only ever go after you if you, like, actively kill someone.
Yeah, like
you can crash a car in front of them and they'll walk around your
car.
You
can do worse than that. You can destroy property in front of the police.
Yeah, it's become
you can be a black guy in 1960s deep South America driving around in a nice car, smashing phone boxes in a car in front of a police officer, and he will actually walk around the outside of you so as not to get in the way of your destruction.
It annoys me because
and something's gone wrong there.
The start of the game, it makes a big deal out of how the fact, like, you are racially prejudiced against and they are racist to you. And, that, you'll get, like, a suspicion thing when you go near police. It's like, oh, but
it doesn't do anything.
What's the point? Like, it makes a big deal out of theme, but mechanically it doesn't really use that theme.
All it does is, like, people who use the N-word in cutscenes. That's about it.
GTA 5
But
had that.
there's no actual mechanical thing. Like, I was genuinely expecting when it told me it that, like, I'd go around and, like, the police would occasionally pull me over for minor traffic violations and, like, I'd have to, like, you know, I'd lose $50 of in-game currency or something to pay a fine for something that I hadn't done or whatever. But no, they don't. There's basically... The police are not only racist, they seem to be actively trying to look the other way when you do crime in front of them. They are really trying to avoid accusations of racism.
Yep. It's because like Mafia 2 was like the open world didn't have anything in it, but that was like by design. You kind of just went from mission to mission, and the open world. I mean, it did have a load of stuff to do, but it wasn't like mini games or activities. It was like you can go get your car cleaned, or you can put petrol in your car, and all these other little things that you could just
Mafia 2
do.
is that the kind of timeline was actively constantly moving along.
Yeah.
And you were sometimes just in your apartment and you had dirty dishes and you could eat a sandwich. But Mafia 3, like, I haven't played that much of it, but from what I've heard, it is just like open world syndrome. It's just like, hey, you got to take over the area, do this same fucking mission like 18 times.
It just feels like just another open world game with no identity. The Mafia had such a strong identity for those first two games. They were
It's a shame because
strong games.
Thematically, they've got it all there. You know, design-wise, it's all there.
I wish you were actually in the fucking Mafia.
You're building your own Mafia.
That's not fun. I don't want that. I want to be in the Mafia. That's why I play a game called Mafia. That's why I want...
It's you and your three friends in your own little personal Mafia.
One of them's Vito, isn't
GTA.
it, from the last game?
It's just it's 1960s GTA. That's all it is.
Yeah. It's 1960s Watch Dogs.
We already had GTA in the 60s, didn't we?
That's the problem, though. That's the problem. Like these games... Right, there's a reason GTA is the top of the top of the card. GTA is a $500 million game.
Yeah.
And when you do a game of that scale, the budget help. You need the budget to do games of that scale. To make a big open world like that, to make it detailed, and to give it on the fucking content, you need that goddamn budget. But like these games are trying to make a game like GTA on like a tenth of the budget. And they're always being compared to GTA because that's what they're trying to compete with, but they're never ever as good because they're doing them with such a low budget and they don't seem to go with the strength like Mafia 2 did, where it focused on like more smaller areas and story. But Mafia 3 goes, let's just make GTA. It's like, you can't though. You're a tenth of the budget. What?
It's a lesson that's not being learned. We'll see how Watch Dogs 2 does. That's out pretty soon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at our game releases.
November 15th, so a month.
Bloody hell's bells.
Watch Dogs 2 is allowed to be like Watch Dogs. I feel like that's allowed. That's more acceptable than Mafia 3 being Watch Dogs.
Yeah, but I mean, the weird thing is though, Mafia. The only thing with Mafia, I think, is Mafia 1 and 2, as Dan says, has already been established as a certain kind of game. Mafia 3 went, let's not do that. Let's just do what this other game does that we can't do nearly as well because
it's that fucking UI that throws me. Like, I have no interest entirely based on seeing the UI because it's so clean and modern.
It's clean and modern, but also cluttered because there's too much of it.
Yeah, there's just a lot of it. Like, it's very simple. You only do a very little thing. Like, what's it? Vice City's UI is very similar to San Andreas, but again, they're fit. One fits the color pattern and the style of it.
It's like, actually, did you know, I saw someone playing the beta of Battlefield 1 and the multiplayer, and it's got the same UI as Battlefront, the new Battlefront, the same really fucking clean
Star Wars-y UI.
It looks like it looks like the same engine because everything, like when people fire guns, it looks like laser blasts, but they're orange. It's really weird. It looks like Battlefront. It's like, but you're in World War One. Why does everything look so flashy and clean? If you're doing a theme, please, game developers, go into that mechanically. Don't just put paint on it like you do with fucking Mafia 3. But go into the mechanics of the fact you're in that world. Yeah, fucking what Assassin's Creed did it. Like, I thought, it'll be interesting going to all these different places. Like, no, it's just they speak, the houses look different.
How does mechanical racism work in Mafia 3 then? How would you have made mechanical racism work?
No, legitimately, what you said, where you are legitimately being persecuted, you're legitimately just being suspected for pointless things. I would use, like, Fallout has, like, difficult areas and easy areas and all that sort of bollocks. You could do that with Mafia, so you'd have areas where the police are more racist and they're way more likely to pull you over for little things. So you have areas where you've got to be careful.
And
you've got the fancy areas. It'd be the fancy areas, wouldn't it?
Yeah, then you've got areas where you don't want to be sort of out and about by yourself, and you'd actually break it into. You'd have racism as a mechanic would be, but basically level tiering the map is how I would do the basics of it.
And that makes sense because like in Fallout 4, it is like if you go to the very west of the map, so near where that town is next to the lake, and there's just like 50 Deathclaws and Rad Scorpions. Like, oh, it's just here's everything.
Yeah, I like that place.
I do like that place.
That place makes me happy in my belly.
I feel like I get very annoyed at like a lot of games like this because it feels like a lot of wasted potential, which annoys me more than just a bad game.
So you didn't go to the bit of the map on like the far west where there's the racist scorpions with the clan hoods, because the racist clan hood scorpions were pretty tough.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You do know what I mean though. Like I think because a game with wasted potential annoys more than just a generally bad game.
I don't even know what's worse, whether the fact they were stinging me or the fact they were using the N-word while they were doing it.
Did they grab you by the pussy?
With a special device.
Yeah. A special racist pussy hook.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm done on racist pussy hooks for the day. Jesus Christ. But yeah, no, that's what you would have, is I'd break the map up into areas where you just would have a much more difficult time.
Apparently, the police don't turn up in the black areas. And they turn up faster in the white neighborhoods. But again, it is just a case of you can still run over a telephone thing and they don't give a shit. Yeah,
you want the actual police to have basically more difficult game in certain areas.
Like it was you said that in Mafia 2 you did want to drive properly.
Yeah.
And like they make a big deal. The first mission in Mafia 2 goes, "Oh, drive carefully. You don't want the police on us."
And you have to, and if you drive too fast, if you crash, you lose health in Mafia 2.
I didn't lose health. What was hilarious though was when he told me to drive carefully. You know what happened, right? I didn't realize the braking was so slow. Right?
Well, no, he fought his car.
Well, I know, but you know what I mean. I've been playing GTA a lot, so it took me a little bit to get used to. And so I ran over a guy, and nothing happened. I just ran over a guy, and everyone else was walking around, and all the cars just drove around me. I was like, I've just murdered a guy in broad daylight in the middle of the city, in a stolen police. No, nothing?
That's actually one of the few things I like about Mafia 3, that, like, if police can't come because, like, no one's got a mobile or anything, so, like, if people see a crime and they want to report it, they start running towards a public payphone, and if you shoot them, the police just don't come, because how would the police know about it?
There was another game
in that era, which I quite liked.
What was the other game that did that?
Well, Watch Dogs kind of did, because you could use your phone, like, to block up the signal.
That, Watch Dogs did it. But, like, yeah, it kind of makes sense.
But literally, like, they run for the phone, but if you just shoot them as the phone, you can just create a giant pile of smoking wrecks and corpses. As the police officer happens to come down that street, they won't have any idea anything's wrong.
No, Red Dead did that where the guys run off when they see
actual no witness means no crime. I wish more games said no witness means no crime.
Unlike fucking Fallout 4, where it's like, oh, you've killed a guy in the middle of nowhere, secluded, hidden. And now the entire gang just suddenly knows. They're all after you now.
Yeah. Yeah, I had that. That hit me hard in my campaign.
Yeah.
Hit the Pridwin harder, though, so...
Well, that was only because Fallout New Vegas doesn't do that like at all. You can just basically stealth kill anyone in New Vegas. And as long as you do them stealthily and no one sees it, they'll be kind to you, because why would they know you killed him? That makes sense, games.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Video games.
I'll tell you what, though. Payday 2's had a really nice update. A free update as well. Ooh.
No, I don't like it.
Well, I've been playing Payday 2. I kind of got back into it because I had people to play with. And I was like, yay, a video game that's fun. And then they started updating it a few days later. I was like, woo, this is good. And they've updated so now there's like customizable safe house, and you got John Cleese on your team. You can play as John Wick. So...
I noticed I didn't realize it because I did buy all the DLC. When you can play as fucking I can't remember, Hellboy.
Stevie Wonder. Chris.
Help!
I don't.
John, he's the guy who does the voiceovers at the end of the Fallout games.
Oh, ball. Thing bloke.
Thing bloke.
Yeah, Thing bloke.
Yeah.
Can't remember the name, but yeah, I know you mean.
Ron Perlman.
Yes.
You can play as Ron Perlman, and it's actually a model of Ron Perlman, and it's voiced by Ron Perlman, and he plays a biker guy, and he makes a lot of Ron Perlman things. He says a lot of Ron Perlman-esque jokes.
Yeah, you can do that thing.
It's very unfortunate that they have John Cleese as John Cleese and Ron Perlman as Ron Perlman, but they couldn't get Keanu Reeves as Keanu Reeves because he wouldn't do it, apparently.
Yeah. Keanu Reeves is very special.
He is.
And John Wick is amazing. So I always plays John Wick. But yeah, I've been having fun, and they've got this big update, and it's doing like 10 days update. In fact, if I remember rightly, Payday 2 is actually free to play right now. If you're watching this on a VOD, you've got a day or two of it left. But if you're watching it live, there you go. You can go play Payday 2. I believe
It's worth playing. It's worth.
It's worth playing if you have friends to play with. You cannot trust the AI. They still don't have that with the ability to do anything.
I mean, there are some missions where you just go and shoot people, and the AI is fine with those, but that's not what the Payday games are fun for, really.
Yep.
You know, you want to do the heist, and you need people for the heist to help carry shit, and if you want to do stealth, you know.
Quite nice. All the DLC was cheap, so I bought all of it.
Pointless.
And they don't have the microtransactions anymore. They got rid of those. You just get over everything for free.
Apparently, people are betting that after this, they're just going to make the whole thing free to play.
Possibly.
Which, you know.
I don't think the actual game is built for free to play with all the DLC that it's got these days. I think they make too much money at the DLC, especially if they've cut down the price of the DLC and then they make it free to play. That's a scum move.
I feel like they might just make the base game free to play and then like lock off all the weapons and then.
I wouldn't be surprised if they made a Payday free to play, very specific for Payday version.
I get annoyed with it. I think we mentioned this when we streamed it, but like I wish they just make Payday 3 because the game looks really fucking dated now. Like, it looked dated when it came out, and it still looks dated.
I haven't noticed that it looks particularly dated.
Well, they've added too many mechanics to this game, which was reasonably simple when it came out, and they just piled shit on top of it. It's Windows. It's just Windows. That's what it is. It's Windows 10.
Oh, that's why I didn't notice any problems.
Like, it's just... If you want to do all these, like, they've changed so many mechanics retroactively as well, like they changed the skill tree entirely retroactively.
Yeah, it's better now, like, you can just keep customizing it for your loadouts. So you have loadouts...
No, that's fine, but I mean, they actually changed what skills you can choose. They changed that. And they changed... They've added so many characters, and they've changed so many of the basics, and they've added so many fucking missions, and it looks overclocked. It's just like, make a new game. Just make another one. Just make a new one with these in, please.
Yep.
Keep this game the same... Because I bought it because it's just show stop.
Yeah, I think it's fun. I don't really care for graphics if a game's fun.
Oh yeah, well it's fine because you kind of.
Oh, I'll tell you what, fucking looks good graphically. The fucking new Star Citizen update they had, that new set of videos. Have you seen those?
No.
Jesus, man. Right, so they do this like Star Citizen weekend thing. They announced that they're delaying the single player, etc., until next year or something. That's unimportant. That's bollocks. I didn't think it was coming out this year, but they've got like. In this thing, they're on one planet and they look up at another planet and they quantum leap to it, whatever the fuck they call it, quantum jump, quantum leap. That's it involves a guy from Enterprise. But they fucking fling themselves to this planet and they go from one planet to the other without a loading screen. You actually exist in that world and you actually travel that distance. And that's apparently now working in like their pre-alpha version that they keep in house for the moment. But like these two planets look amazing. And there's like no loading time. It's the planet's actually spherical. They don't sort of like fold out like No Man's Sky, the actual full spherical planets, and you can see up to the horizon.
Like Space Engine.
Yeah, but this actually has a game in it as well.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And they're just having a nice shooty time, and there's like giant Dune-style sandworms on this planet that they're on. And they are massive and they are huge and they are good looking.
We're still the three of us are still agreeing to play this fucking game together. Aren't we?
Fuck yeah! I mean, they've now got ships that need like apparently like 40 people to man or something.
Oh my god! Like what I want to do.
That's going to be a really interesting edit to do.
Yeah.
Like if you thought the GTA heists were tough, okay, just get the 40 audio tracks and the 40 video tracks.
Like what I legitimately want to do in it is I want to get like a big kind of cargo kind of multi-role thing that has bays for like fighter craft, and then a bunch of us can have our own fighter craft. General like, and then we'll have this big ship we can dock to.
Yeah,
and then
I'm gonna be captain of the big ship. Scott Manley will be my first mate.
That's fine.
Scott Manley will probably actually run the ship after one mutiny 3 minutes in.
So what? You're just Trump.
Yeah.
Like, you're there as a figurehead, but really don't know.
But really,
what
Scott's running the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Rimmer and he's Crichton, I think, is the best one. Boys from the Dwarf. Yeah, that's... Yeah, Star Citizen's looking pretty good. It's looking very good. I want to...
Like, every time I look at it, I go, God almighty, I want to play that. And then I look at and then I look at, like... I look to buy a ship and I'm like,
You get a ship with it, I suppose. You get a ship with it when you got the game. I bought that game so fucking long ago. I've got like...
Well, no, because the Star Citizen, it's like you buy the ship and you get the game with the ship.
Yeah.
Is the idea. Like, so I'm looking at some of these ships, right? And like, for me, the ship I'd want...
Hang on, put that... I'm sending you a YouTube video. Could you put that on the stream so people can know this thing that I was looking at yesterday?
Well, I mean, the people listening audio only, like, aren't going to hear it.
Well, don't put it on the VOD. Ha ha ha! Fuck you, VOD people.
I'll put a link to it inside.
You gotta watch Ashens' stream. You don't get to watch.
If you're on SoundCloud or whatever, it's in the description.
Is it?
Yeah, I always put the links to anything we talk about in the description because I'm like a nice bloke.
This is half an hour long. What do I skip to?
What do you mean?
Dan, slack, please.
Just push play. Just let
Dan,
it. Just
slack.
watch.
Slack it me. Slack me.
Slack. Yeah, put it in
Slack
TeamSpeak,
me, baby.
Can't you just use the
Yep, that's space, all right. That's space. Shit! Now they're not in space. Now they're on a planet.
Yeah, this is their procedure generated planets technology.
Oh my god, Dan.
I'm loading it, Matt. For fuck's sake! Christ on a fucking biscuit. There you fucking
you're a
whoopsie.
tit, aren't you?
I'm a big jubbly wobbly one.
Big jubbly.
One of those big bouncy milk cans.
What should I skip? What should I skip?
Oh, literally from the beginning. It's just amazing from the very start. It's like it's a beautiful. I've had this just sort of on the
Oh my
screen.
god!
I know, right? Like I've been explaining this to people.
That's real?
Yeah, that's real. That's the official Star Citizen YouTube thing.
God, that's running 120 on that fucking thing as well.
Yeah, that's their new procedural planet tech. And this shit's gonna have cities and stuff on it, and yeah.
Fuck this game.
It looks pretty good.
Like, one of the things I really like in games is really nice sort of atmospheric rendering. It's why I like Space Engine so much. Because they have fucking the best atmospheric rendering I've ever seen in a video game.
Yep.
And actually, the same guy who did the atmospheric rendering when that got hired by Google and then did it for Google Earth. So the atmospheric rendering you see in Google Earth, same one as Space Engine.
Yeah, this looks like it's just gonna be a beautiful thing.
Fuck off, No Man's Sky, you fucking wank.
I don't know.
Like,
I'm
when
kind of
people do
burnt out
shit
getting
like this-
excited about space games that look like this.
Well,
This has to prove itself to me first.
No, it has proven itself. It's been out for a while, and they constantly, like, every update they publish shit like this for, they have proved themselves. Like, they don't really bullshit around.
Yeah. I mean, they do
They
have
proved
$100 million plus, 100, whatever it is, $17 million to play with now. They've got a lot. And they've got all the big
God,
shit.
the lighting's so good.
Yeah. I mean, it is built for God computers. Like, that's the point of it.
It's fine. I mean, it's running at 120. I mean, frankly, at this point, you can really only run like 2, 3. I mean, what if they're running, 3 1080s? Maybe.
I could do with 3 1080s.
You know, I actually was looking for motherboards the other day, and I couldn't find a motherboard that had 3 PCI fucking slots.
Really?
Yeah, all of them had 2.
All of mine have got that shit.
I know, yeah, mine has 3. Oh, God's a mountain. I was going on top of a mountain with a flag. Oh, he's waving. He shout, okay.
I like the sandstorm. The sandstorm's good.
Was it sandstorm? What point? Time
I'm just
going
to I'm just
Oh,
skimming
God, he's
around
flying
a
a-
bit.
he's flying
There's a
a ship.
sandstorm later.
Oh my God, the
Spoiler
stress
warning.
beacon. Are they just fucking taught in No Man's Sky that the stress beacon? It's going, this is what No Man's Sky the stress beacon looks like, and this is what R1 looks like. And our ships that you can walk around in.
Yeah,
Oh
I mean,
my
they've
God.
just got this new piracy thing, whatever it's called, that's $900 to buy. But they're going to have even bigger ones. And the bigger ones you have to sort of, like, assemble, so you'll find them around the place. And then you have
Okay,
to...
I'm looking at some of these ships on the website as well. They've got, like, fucking... There's one called a Hull E, which is, like, a cargo transporter. It's one of those kind of cargo transporters you see in, like, sci-fi that they just attach a load of modules to, and it's fucking huge.
Yeah.
It's more like a cargo, like, ship, like an actual big old cargo ship.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous in size.
Yeah, this having full multiplayer is the reason I'm kind of... I feel like a game that we could just literally roleplay the whole thing.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
There are these sort of, like...
We could host the Podcats from our ship. Which we'd
Like,
hide
look at
somewhere.
And then kind of
Like,
get in the shuttle and go down to the planet where we meet our guest who's meeting us on the planet.
I could run, like, a frigate or something. Like, these trade ships, or maybe a frigate or something. Like a big, just... Like, there's a big salvage ship here. Like a reasonably large ship that can fit in a couple of fighters.
Yeah.
Ooh, get on a special guest and then, invite him on, do the whole Podcats on the ship, and then at the end, as the finale, he gets in his shuttle, goes away, and then obviously you fire on him as he's in the shuttle leaving. That's what you do with every week the guest gets blown up on the way out of the ship.
Oh yeah, I always forget, like, you can't just lower, like, this ship in the demo, like, it's got your little car in the cargo bay, and you have to open the cargo bay, and then you have to get in. He's just walking in the back.
Matt, have a jump to 28:30. Don't jump ahead. Just 28:30, no further. You can be a little bit earlier.
Fuck this game.
28:30.
I'm sorry if you're listening to this.
Well, you can pile on home. It's just a YouTube video.
My God, I can't describe it, but that's the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
Oh my God, they're doing. What is it? What's this fucking Dune hover? What is this? What? He's got a sniper rifle.
Yeah, he has a sniper rifle earlier too.
Well, he's just.
Oh, then the giant amazing... Oh my God, it's a desert penis. Oh God, the penis is eating them. Oh God, the penis.
That does look a lot like a penis.
It does look like a really giant penis is just eating everything. I don't want to be eaten by a giant desert penis. There's so many ways I want to die ahead of that.
How the... fuck off, No Man's Sky. Like, this is just really pointing out how fucking bad No Man's Sky is.
Yeah, but in No Man's Sky, you never got eaten by a giant penis.
Exactly.
In No Man's Sky, they didn't have $100 million budget. So, you actually see that soundworm earlier on as well. It's quite nice.
Like, my response to that would not be to do like a dramatic pan out. My response to that would be like, nope, I'm finding a new planet. So long, planet of the desert penis.
Oh, man.
I'm going to find a nice planet full of unicorns.
Penis, unicorn. Every planet has a penis on it. And they're like, yeah, we hired people out to build everything.
Oh, fuck that game.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
It looks too good.
Yeah, I'm suspicious of how good it looks.
Like, but I know they'll deliver on that, because every other trailer they've ever done, they've delivered on it.
Yeah, I mean, what I really like about this trailer is you can actually see like little bits of pop in here and there, and you can actually see it's not like been smoothed over. I mean, if I'm rightly, that was actually like live gameplay and shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening to the audio, but yeah.
Yeah, sorry if you're on the bus listening to the downloaded fucking audio.
But hey, you can go just official stuff.
Like, yeah, just remember, Google Star Citizen Procedural Planets V2. It'll be linked in the SoundCloud description. Just Google it later when you get home, whatever.
Yeah, and then when it comes out in 20, you can play it.
I mean, the alpha's out. You can play bits of it.
There's various bits that work. There's another planet stuff. Actually, if I'm right, there is a planet thing now. I don't remember.
Oh,
I'll tell you what is out. What is out now? The greatest toy ever made is now out. And I want one more than anything. Do you remember the old Robot Wars toys?
No,
which ones?
I did not know they had toys.
Robot Wars had toys. I've done a video on them, I believe. They were £10 each, and they're sort of smallish things, but they're no bigger than sort of a phone in length, sort of thing. Right. They were just sort of like all your favourite Robot Warsy ones, and you'd like brum around, and they'd have sort of weapons. Like if you moved Hypnodisc back and forth, its blade will go round, and then Hypnodisc. Then Chaos 2, you had a button, and that would fire his flipper. And all
I
that
really
stuff.
hope the people who made the original robots got a cut of the profits from all this.
I believe they did, but I don't entirely know. There's also DVDs about them and stuff. But anyway, so they've actually made some ones for Battlebots, which is a less good version of Robot Wars, but it's still pretty good. But these are incredible because they're remote controlled. So they're small, but they're remote controlled. You can actually drive them round.
So theoretically, could you have a series of mini BattleBots where you just make the BattleBot toys fight each other?
Well, here's the thing. They have working weaponry. And here's the other thing. They also have armor that can be, like, ripped away. They've got this, like, panel armor that can get knocked off. So you can actually have a mini-series and you can play at home with these small little arenas.
That sounds amazing. Yep, fine.
I want that. It's made by Hexbug. You remember these? Yeah, I saw them in a fair few loot crates. You turn the little thingy on, and the little bug just skitters around.
This does sound a little bit dangerous, though.
Oh, it looks kind of dangerous, but that's why I want it.
Like some of the spinners. Like, I feel like even if you kind of shrunk them down a bit and you reduced the power state, sure, it couldn't kill a person, but it might be able to kill a cat.
I don't think that's going to kill a cat. The inverse square law says that something that's not really going to kill a cat because it's not going that fast.
I don't know, I've got a really flimsy cat.
It's just got, like, glowing weed spots on all of its paws.
She just comes across as generally a bit kind of flimsy and feeble, and I'm not sure she'd be able to survive an attack from a toy Battlebot.
Yeah, but I'd make for a hell of a YouTube video, wouldn't it?
That's true actually. She has been otherwise useless for YouTube because she doesn't do cute shit at all.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, Dan.
Huh?
There's a ship, it's called the fucking RSI Polaris.
I was just saying that, the $900 one.
Yeah, but that's the one that's got
Is this just
24
like a
people.
space cruise liner?
Oh no, there is literally a space cruise liner, but that doesn't have a price yet.
Yeah, it is. No, yeah, oh god, it is $900. Oh my god, it's like, it's got fucking like full-on huge cargo bays for like fighter jet. Like, this is the one. Like, this is the one we'd want.
Yeah.
Like, a cheaper variant, because $900 is even with, you know, YouTube money, pushing it a bit.
You're not making sensible decisions, mate. You need to treat this sensibly, like if you're buying a car. Like, what you want to do is you want to buy the spaceship equivalent of a Toyota Corolla.
And then kick its
look,
tires.
It's got a full, like, Star Trek style goddamn bridge. It's got, like, command station.
Buy the sensible one that's fuel efficient and has cheap parts.
But the other ones aren't as big, and they don't have full, like, cargo bays for fucking fighter jets, mate.
Look, you can have one bay for one fighter jet.
But
okay?
what if you need more than one fighter
if
jet,
we have
right?
a 3-door and you can have the fighter jet thing in the back.
John.
But I'd rather have some nice smooth suspension and good fuel efficiency and a reliable safety record.
So Hitman finishes on
Hitman is finally going to be done at the end of October.
Only season 1.
What does that
Yeah,
even
only
mean?
season
What
1.
does that
And
mean?
also, that's just the
They're
story
doing
missions.
3
There'll still be elusive shit and
They're
stuff.
doing another 2 seasons of missions.
Basically, what we're saying, Dan, is Hitman will never end.
They're doing like a season.
Never end.
They're doing like extra season passes, like more expansions and shit.
So do you only get like season 1 if you've bought the full game thing?
Yeah, I think it is a little bit much that you only get in the end six maps when they've already pre-announced season 2 and 3. I think that's a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it would make sense if it was a full release initially and then these were expansion packs, but that's not really how they're releasing it, so it seems to be a little scummy. But
That's poo, that is.
I feel like the
I
missions
mean,
we've
I
got
would
are
actually
worth the
argue
price.
it's not actually. Let me just check that. How many hours have I actually put into Hitman so far? Let me find this out. I've got Steam right in front of me, and I bet it's going to be a lot next to many other AAA releases.
It's one of my top played games.
I'm going to check mine as well.
Hitman. I have played actually not that much, only 66 hours.
You've
but
only played 66 hours?
66 hours across the
I've
first.
got 85 hours in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's because I've seen your streams. Your tortoises would do elusive targets faster than you. Christ.
Oh yeah, Dan has 2.8 hours in it.
That time you spent 3.5 hours doing the broker in Paris. Jesus, Matt.
Kill yourself.
I've seen the Paint Dry Twitch channel is more interesting than that.
Mine only says 2 hours.
Yeah, I've got 66 hours here. That's obviously there's more to come yet. Like, if you bought that as like the full price season pass, I think 66 hours and there's still one mission to go. Yeah, that's not a bad deal. That's pretty good.
but-
That's a pretty good
but
number of
that
hours
is-
of play.
I'd like to
That
point
is reliant on.
that's relying on the fact that you play like you. If you play like me, it's an 8-hour
Yeah.
game.
No, that
Yeah,
is
true.
yeah.
If
it's
you
reliant on
like
us playing the way
Hitman
we
doing
do.
lots of like playing it over to find all the stuff, I think there's a lot of hours of entertainment in that. And that's me not having even that much into Colorado because I didn't like Colorado that much.
No, I haven't. I only played like half an hour of Colorado.
Yeah, I did a few hours of Colorado, but I didn't do anything like huge on it. There wasn't like that much there when you dug into it. There was like a couple of interesting creative kills, but there wasn't like a huge amount of story buried away.
Those hours I've got right are pretty much all in Paris, Sapienza, and Bangladesh.
I'm so sorry. We're
Bangladesh?
talking about Hitman.
In
Bangkok.
Bangladesh? Wow, you got a special mission no one else did.
No, like Marrakesh, I didn't play that much, and Colorado I barely touched.
Marrakesh, did you play the summer bonus episode where they did the nighttime Marrakesh?
I also didn't really like that.
Because that was actually, I thought that was better than the main Marrakesh mission. I thought that was pretty good.
but I didn't really like it.
I'm not even sure if it's still available, by the way. I think it is, because it's still listed as installed.
No, it is. It's still a mission that's available.
I thought it was pretty. I thought it was
Dan,
solid,
you brought
actually.
this up. It's your fault. Right? You can't complain in the chat.
It's got to be in here.
We did actually lose 2.
I've just looked at Prison Architect. I'm like just finished the series of that, which is massively long.
Yeah.
And I've played it loads before then, and I've got 59 hours. I don't play games as much as you like. I don't get stuck into a game.
It's only a small number I do. Like, hang on, I'm going to check
the
Fallout
games
4
I've
now.
got-
I've no
the games
idea
I've
what
got-
Fallout 4 is going to say, but...
The games I've got a lot of hours in. Fallout 4.
300 hours.
129 hours.
Really?
Fallout
You've only
4
got
for me.
300 hours?
Fallout 4 is my most played game on Steam.
I got more hours than you in Fallout 4, John.
Yeah, but I'm still better at it than you are, so that's fine. How many hours have you got in Civ 6, by the way?
8.
Fuck yourself, John.
Fuck yourself. What?
Hello, take a minute. I mean, I've got 70 hours in Civ 5, John.
Really, I thought you'd have way more than that, given how much you talk about it.
Yeah, but my dick's way bigger than both of yours put together.
The problem with
Is that what
Civ
we're doing
5
here?
is it's one of those games.
It's a male thing.
Much like it's one of those games I've played a lot offline on a train on my laptop.
Ah.
So I've probably got at least another 20.
That's
30
like,
hours
I
in
have
it.
no idea how to calculate how much I've played stuff like FTL or New Vegas, because I've played different versions of it so much.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Like
got 20 hours on my Civ 5 on Steam right now, and I've only started playing it a few weeks back.
Well, like Fallout 4, I very purposely, when I got the PC version after playing the PS4 version, I very purposely left the PC version idling for the amount of time I played the PS4 version, so my hours were tracked properly in the PC. Because I like just the data.
So when you probably boasted a second ago that you have more hours in Fallout 4 than me, that also involves leaving your PC and the game running overnight a few times.
That's total hours I've got on PS4 and PC.
Boo.
You know, I actually calculated how many hours I've got in GTA 5 the other day.
Oh, God.
You actually
Total
do that.
across-
You just log in, don't you?
Yeah, no, you just sort of add all of them up
Yeah.
from all the consoles. And this is from all the consoles, so this is total since PS3. 890 hours.
It's a fair bit.
Yep, fair
Not
bit.
that much. I know I've got over 1,000 in New Vegas across all versions.
Yeah,
It's gotta be.
New Vegas. But actually, GTA 5 got a new update recently, Bikers update, which is indicative of what GTA 5 does with its online, where it goes, we've got an idea, let's do it, rather than planning out the updates initially, because it thematically makes no sense. Like, it adds a load of legitimately cool biker shit, and you got like a biker bar, and it gives you biker missions, right? And you can buy like a weed warehouse, you can grow your own weed and sell your own weed, right? But it's assuming you're gonna do shit on the bike, and it's like, ooh, go destroy the cargo. And it like, in all the promotional materials, it shows all these like biker gangs like driving up to the cargo and shooting it with shotguns. Like, yeah, I'll do that, and then I just drive to the airport, get in my Hydra, take off the Hydra while saying I'm in a biker gang while in my Hydra. Then I viciously shoot the little truck that's driving along with some bikes around it with my military fighter jet while saying biker gang.
Is this like how Just Cause 3 DLC forgot that you'd probably just use the tanks because they were more convenient?
Yeah, it's that, and like all the DLC they've released before this has been like about like really expensive shit and like military stuff. It's like, oh, now you're back. It's like having a midlife crisis. You know what this is? It's Roadhogs. You ever seen Roadhogs?
No, they pick.
It's a movie starring. It's a movie. It's got. What's the fuck? It was Santa Claus. That's the fucking name. What?
Tim Allen.
You know. Tim Allen. There we go. It stars Tim Allen
He was Santa
and.
Claus.
It stars Tim Allen and Mr. Face Off, not Nick Cage, the other guy.
Danny DeVito.
No, not Danny DeVito. God damn it.
Robert Llewellyn.
No. Fuck, what's his goddamn name?
Mel Gibson.
No, not.
Mel Gibson.
Oh. To fucking, you know, cup of
Ang Lee.
coffee. You can't get me a cup of coffee. You know, I don't want any.
Ben Affleck.
Travolta, Jesus.
Oh.
But it's basically a bunch of like rich upper middle class
Tim
Americans
Burton.
just having a midlife crisis and then becoming a biker
David
gang.
Attenborough.
Duncan
God.
Jones.
It's that.
Ian
right?
Duncan Smith.
I feel like we're currently playing a game of No More Women.
No, but here's the problem, right? The entire thing, I'm sat there going, you know, it's probably the best DLC they've ever released for online, right? Like, thematically.
Uh-huh.
And it's the most fully featured one, because it has a lot of, like, mechanical differences in. It still does the thing where it makes everything really overly expensive.
Yeah, it's just basically just saying it's more.
But all the things that are expensive are mainly, like, the bikes are cheap, because they're bikes, but then you buy a business, and you spend a lot on the business, but you can actually earn loads of money from the businesses. So you do actually earn your money back from them. It's the first one that's actually giving you mechanical ways to make money properly, consistently. And it's the fully, but it's a bit too late, you know? Like, every DLC feels like they took the previous DLC, they changed the theme of it, and they polished it up a bit. Like, this is the business DLC. Because you know you can make your own business.
Yeah.
We did that, in the Henderson Challenge, you bought an office.
Yep, I did that thing.
It's that, but the office is now a biker gang, like dive bar, and it's called a motorcycle gang instead of a business. And instead of buying warehouses, you buy drug businesses. And instead of
do you get a receptionist who doesn't do anything?
No, well, you get this fucking guy called Malk who fucking called you. He's like, "Have you checked out the laptop?" It's like, "Yeah, I checked out the laptop." And he emailed you, like, "You haven't checked out the laptop yet?" And I'm like, "No, I have." And he texted me, he's like, "No, have you checked out the laptop yet?" And he called you, and he's like, "Have you checked out the laptop yet?" And he's like, fucking nerdy.
There's a laptop involved in this story, but I can't make out most of the rest of it.
Oh, it's the worst thing. It's a laptop with a load of properties on that all cost like $2 million each, which are these like weed warehouses and shit. And I couldn't afford them.
That's amazing that drug dealers need like $2 million worth of capital to just start up. I had no idea that drug dealers all around the country had that much capital.
The dive bar costs about like 200 grand.
You'd think there would be easier ways to get into drug dealing than this, like starting a bit smaller.
Like you want to buy like a little tiny shit warehouse in the middle of nowhere, $1 million. You want to upgrade the security? That's
maybe just set up some nice hot lamps and grow a bit of cannabis in one of your many, many downtown apartments as a starting point.
This is the problem. Like, and then, like if you... Like, it's like I'm in a bikie gang and then I sort of drive back. It's like, oh, I better go get my car. I need something else. So you sort of drive back to your really expensive office in the middle of the city. And you walk past your receptionist. He's like, "Oh, how are you doing, boss?" And you've got your biker gang behind. He's like, "No, Mom. We're doing fine. We're playing biker gang." It's like, no, I hate GE Online, but I like it.
I know you do.
Oh no,
hey!
Matt, are you a whale? Are you what Rockstar refers to in their business meetings as a whale?
No, because the game is the most exploitable fucking thing in the universe. If you pay for fucking shark content, Daniel, then you're the worst.
Yeah, I'm totally down for paying for that for the 2.5 million subscriber special because I think that's one of my finest pieces of work.
No, that is fine. That is fine. But like, just if you do it regularly, because like there are always hackers of it just around that will just give you money.
That cost me a lot of money. That episode, we did not make that money back.
Where there was a thing recently where you can download a single executable, right? You don't have to install anything. Download executable, press L, and you make $1,000 every second.
Nice.
Exploitable game, great game.
Yeah,
good security.
Guys, make a quick announcement that I forgot to mention. There's a thing I'm doing tomorrow. I will, I believe, most likely be on Total Biscuit's charity live stream tomorrow, playing board games and shit.
Ooh. For the people listening on the VOD, that's yesterday.
Yeah, sorry.
That's nice. In 3.5 weeks' time, me and Matt are on a much worse charity podcast that none of you will have heard about.
We met on that podcast, so it's not all bad.
Yeah.
Be nice to Super M.
Yeah.
He ran the Nerd Cube. He made the Nerd Cube GEA crew. He was the one who made that.
Good for him. Apparently I'm only 44 subscribers away from 2.5 million. Oh, again.
I know. It's taken this long. Like, we legitimately could have done a second challenge at the time.
I've got something planned.
Like 4 months.
For the billion views.
But la-dee-da.
La-dee fucking da indeed.
Oh, and that reminds me.
Uh-huh.
Got new merch coming out soon.
Merch!
I want to point out, we make literally, like, pittance on the merch we sell. Like, it is literally just because people wanted it.
Yeah, we don't make money off that shit. We
frankly,
have no
Dan doesn't promote it nearly enough for it to ever make money.
No.
So don't worry.
Yeah.
It's just for you. It's like Julian Smith saying, "I made this for you." You know what I got today, Dan?
What did you get today, Dan?
I got a package with 7 of each poster in.
I'm
sending you all posters.
Yay! I get my own merch. It's very rare that I get my own merch.
Yeah.
That's how shitty Matt is.
But there's a load of new stuff coming out again too soon, and some of it may be to do with theme parks.
Ooh.
So shall I announce that we're doing Saints Row the 3rd No Keep Complete starting Sunday? No? Okay, later.
Was that supposed to be a joke? Or
Yes.
Because if it was a joke, it's not funny.
But also no.
And if it's true, it doesn't make sense.
But also no.
We also know.
I don't know, I'm singing the Enterprise theme. Enterprise After Chris. I'm fucking knackered. I got up at 7 today.
Go on, sing us out, Dan. Sing us
Am I
out.
singing us out?
Yeah, sing us out.
I won't give in until I'm victorious.
I like that line.
Road isn't in. He isn't in 2K17.
One of those lines he said that's in that. He doesn't probably sing it himself. One of the lines in that song just sounds like, "And I will do all of us." I'm right behind you there.
I will do all.
I believe it's "I will do what I must," but it always sounds like "I will do all I love."
Yeah, no, yeah. Do you know fucking in 2K17? You know, Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
You know what he does? You know when he comes out, he does that weird little kind of.
He does his
run to
dad
the side
dance.
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't do that in 2K17.
Oh,
It's like it's the worst thing.
that's
Why?
the worst
Why?
thing.
Why?
Now I'll tell you what the worst thing
why?
is when Jericho comes in, and it's like Jericho's because this is on like a little bit of footage I saw. It's the commentators talking. They're like, "Oh, Jericho says he's the best in the world," and then Jerry goes, "Oh, CM Punk will disagree with that." I'm like, "Yes."
They still call the women divas, and they still do all those fucking really awful lines about how like, oh, you're gonna tell that diva I'm in room 6. I'm in the honeymoon suite of Motel 6.
Yeah, let's not listen. Let's
But
not.
wouldn't she like to be my arm candy? Oh, I wouldn't like to be in that submission move unless she was the one doing it to me.
I hate Jerry.
They're really, it's like really.
I
really
listened to the last
awful.
pay-per-view in Spanish. That was a beautiful thing.
On the Spanish announcers, like it's supposed to be good.
Yeah, great. They're like, Spanish word! Spanish. This is just like two people talking and they're like fucking into it. It's like whenever you're watching football, if you can get like Mexican commentary, get that shit on. There is.
I like the Icelandic commentary during the Euro tournament. I like that Icelandic guy.
I didn't hear Icelandic commentary. It's just like the Mexican commentary.
There was
is
an
always
Icelandic guy
nuts.
who was really excited when Iceland beat England. He was so happy.
England was beaten by Iceland, lol.
Yeah. Its
Anyway,
population is significantly lower than many of our cities.
Yay!
Anyway, we should end now. Now, John, since your little thing that you're going to be doing now is going to be relevant in 2 days when the VOD goes up, you might as well also announce it to the VOD people.
That's
Well,
true.
to them as
The
well.
reason I want to be off at this point is because I've got my hands on Civ 6 a little bit early, so I'm about to go and start a very big, awesome little playthrough of Civilization 6. So,
One's a dickhead.
yeah, over the cover like week or two, there is going to be a lot of Civilization 6. So if you like Civilization, that's where it's going to be.
There won't be any of that shit on my channel, so yep, go to John's channel for that.
Shit, I tell you, it's pretty good. It is.
I've
It's actually
I've never been
genuinely
into
good.
turn-based. Alpha Centauri was my weakness there.
It's Alpha Centauri, but like better themed and it's
Better themed. Alpha Centauri's in space, mate. Space is best theme.
It's not.
Space is best theme.
In a game
I
like
agree.
this,
Stellaris
it's not.
was amazing, but Civ 6 is amazing too.
Space is best pony. Wait,
Dan, if we get keys for it, which let's be honest, we should play it.
Ugh.
Play Civ 5 first. It's a good way to get yourself in.
I played a lot of Civ 2.
Things
sorry,
might have
old
changed a
man.
bit between Civ 2 and 6.
Just a tad.
Oh, really?
I'm going to play more Civ 5 after this because I don't have Civ 6, John.
I'm gonna keep recording after this because I've still got another 5 or 6 hours of my workday left.
Thanks for coming.
Bye,
Anything
everybody.
else to
Good
say?
night, everyone.
Charity stream tomorrow, yesterday. Sort of this time, I think it starts maybe an hour or two earlier.
So yeah, VOD people, go watch John's video. Came out 2 days ago. Go watch the Total Biscuit live stream that was yesterday, so it's not live anymore. And yeah,
Live people, you just keep on living.
see the live people get with it.
Yeah,
Get with
live
it.
people are best
They're
people.
cool.
Yeah.
Matt
They've
Flood,
got the-
Matt Flood in the Twitch chat. Matt Flood in the Twitch
Yeah,
chat.
they've got the Matt
Yeah,
emote.
fist
They've
bump,
got the
fist bump to the
they've
live
got the egg
people.
carton emote. Woo! You know, you don't have the egg carton emote. SoundCloud people, or even worse, YouTube people.
They are the worst kind of people. Aren't they?
Ugh.
Ugh.
Oh.
Ugh.
Did you see how many dislikes last week's video got?
No, I literally my internet is in read-only mode right now.
No. I think last week's podcast was the most disliked ever. It's like a quarter.
I meant to say
dislikes 'cause we spoke about
write-only mode.
politics.
I've now turned any access to any form of comments off. That I have no
Well,
way
not
of
even
seeing.
comments.
Was there any
Just
one
like and
particular
dislike.
thing we did wrong?
No, we spoke about politics for an hour and a half.
Well, the opening to this video is going to definitely change their minds. Good night, everybody!
Good night!